We're in. All right. Hello, Internet. Somebody say something real quick.
Something real quick.
Something real quick.
Excellent.
I appreciate that we all have the same joke.
Assignment understood. Yes. All right. I just needed to make sure the audio was working because it did a weird thing. Hello, and welcome back to Crits and Giggles, Lines and the Lies. I forgot which campaign we were on for a moment.
Oh, no.
This is our D&D Doing It Live Vecna Eve of Ruin campaign. I am that Magic Juice, your host and GM, and we're going to go around the table, introduce ourselves, our characters, recap what happened last time, and then we'll get right into it, starting with Ash.
Hey, that's me. Hi, I'm Ash. I go by Ash and Rabbit all over the internet. I am currently playing and in perpetuity shall be playing Pumpkin, the Kenku Fey Wanderer Ranger. I always get the order of that mixed up. Do I do Ranger first? Do I mention that they're a Kenku? I don't know. She's a big dumb, and I love her very much. I'm gonna pass it over to Andrea.
Hello, I am Andrea. On the internet, I usually go by Glassy Woodtone. Here I am playing.
Oh no!
Oh no! No, Andrea died.
Oh no! Do you have Discord open? Oh shit!
Or Bastion. I play Alaska Jade. All right, I was in the Bastion stuff. Okay, am I good now? Am I alive?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Zoom's catching up.
Very slow,
right.
But you're there. You're good. You're
Because
good.
my internet is unstable. I'm just gonna make everything small for a second. Good.
I gotta get you a new computer, girl. Goddamn.
I don't know what it is. It's fucking Google Docs.
Place.
Anyway, hi, I'm Alaska Jane. She's a gnome paladin of Ioun. And she had a freaky dream last night, and we'll get to that. There, I'm done. Next is Logan.
Hi guys, I'm Logan. I go by Nerdawarda on the internet. I play Kazan Kabar, the Azamar, Clockwork Soul Sorcerer, and Pinch of Warlock. We stay hating the power. And that's it for me.
Awesome. Okay, so we are down a Sam who is bossed and a Vic who is Odysseia. Little bit of spiel, peeling the curtain back a little bit. Normally, if we would be missing more than one person, we would have canceled the session. But I am, in the interest of maintaining our continuity with our campaigns, especially ones like this where we only play every other week, I'm putting a lot more effort into how can we keep it moving anyway, even if we're missing more than one person, but without having those people or their characters miss out on major things. And at least with this campaign where we ended last week, where what we could and know we will be doing at the very least today is plenty to do. Down a couple people without having Sam and Vic miss too much. It'll be appropriate to recap for them, and if they need to get any clarification before coming back in, it's not like they miss anything huge for their character or the overall big story. So we keep it going. We are treating this like any other game. This is not to be thought of as a throwaway session just because we're missing a couple people. We are still keeping it moving. And I have the short-term memory of a goldfish. So all the Bastion stuff we're going to do today is, in good faith, my best effort at actually following the Bastion rules. But for you guys, the players, if I do say rule anything that seems in conflict with your understanding of Bastion stuff, please just let me know. And we'll reconcile. I'm fine with taking a minute to read up on a thing again to figure out where a mistake was made or anything like that, and just make sure we get it right, So recap of last time. Basically, we explored this cube phenomenon, the massive cube that has appeared outside of Neverwinter.
Mm-hmm.
And Alaska learned that it is not just a giant gelatinous cube. It is something far worse. The name still kills me. It's the Blob of Annihilation.
I love D&D so much, dude.
It's so good.
It sounds just as goofy as terrifying in a way, you know.
Blob of annihilation. Ah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, we checked that out. We talked with the combined guard camp from Neverwinter and Waterdeep. It seems they have their plan set for like maintaining a protective perimeter around it to keep people away from it so they don't get hurt. It has moved now twice. We witnessed one where it just tilted up on a side and slammed over one time. And it seems to be going from north to south. And so far, you guys have clocked that the two movements have happened 4 days apart. From appearance to day 4, it moved once, and then from day 4 to day 8, since it's appeared, it moved again. Barring, details of things you explored, if you want to add anything to this after I'm done, go ahead. But we basically landed on, you guys came back to Neverwinter saying, looks like we kind of just have to wait this out and see what happens. And then we ended on, during an overnight long rest, Alaska has a dream, vision of sorts, sent by Ioun, very clearly, showing a different depiction of this cube instead of like this opaque blue substance thing going on. It appears to you as a glass box with a thing inside of it, and I'm actually going to show that again.
Yeah.
Forgot to pull it up, but let me find it quick. This inside
So
of it.
sick. What?
Whoever drew this is epic.
So cool.
I love them.
Yeah.
Both this drawing and the person who created it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what I've got. Is there anything you guys want to add to it or clarify or correct for recap before we just dive right in?
It looked like the blob of annihilation had we could see like the outline of a figure inside of it.
Yes.
And we also learned that it had like the ability to reflect magic.
Yes. You threw a rock at it, and the rock just kind of bounced off. It had the ability to reflect magic back at the casters.
Yep. That was pretty funny.
And Alaska got sucked in for a moment.
Went a little crazy.
Yeah. No, I didn't go a little crazy.
Almost went a little.
It was
crazy.
I
very
actually
possible.
did not do a craze. Yeah. The compelled duel part was really fun. The like shooting compelled duel and feeling compelled and having to go, no! Don't banish yourselves, and then it happened anyway, and I was like, I mean, yeah, fair.
Yep. It's also hilarious. And I went back and looked like this was accurate. I did this like to the book faithfully. With the whole banishment thing, it was like they were there and then they blipped and they were just suddenly on the ground because banishing makes you incapacitated, which makes you prone. But then you lose concentration on the spell immediately, which sends you back if you banished yourself. So it was just like bloop.
Incredible.
Good times. Okay, anywho, anything else?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think we learned anything.
Okay, so here's where we're at. I'm gonna let you guys, obviously you guys get to drive whatever direction you want to go. We do know that we're gonna spend a significant amount of time today resolving Bastion stuff that has happened because we had to play catch up because of timey-wimey bullshit in the Astral Sea. We will have another Bastion turn to initiate. But we're also here in Neverwinter, and all that stuff happened yesterday / last night. So we're starting in the next morning. What would you guys like to do?
So did Alaska recognize that thing that she saw last night?
That will be a history check.
Is he a One of the three things? I don't think he is. He's not a magical item, an alchemical device, or a third thing.
No.
Or a
Okay.
third thing. I love that.
Or a third thing.
17?
Okay.
Are you trying to figure out what the thing is?
Yeah,
and names
what
of it?
what the thing in the cube was that I saw.
The blub. Okay.
Or very specifically the thing that I saw in my dream that I am interpreting to mean
Mm-hmm.
the guy in the cube.
Yeah.
Okay, you have some knowledge of this.
Okay.
It is a creature of sorts
Sick.
called an Empyrean. The knowledge you have of these things is very little. It's almost more like myth and legend than like real life knowledge. But your knowledge of it would include like these are. It's like a construct of sorts that is infused with divine power from a god. It's kind of like a demigod, sort of, but it's more like in some ways like an exalted follower who's like actively using some of its god's power for whatever purpose it has.
Crazy.
Cool. Well, that's so much. It's knowing that I have more questions now. I think so. So the dream was just, correct me if I'm wrong on this. The dream was just like I saw Ayun like over a desk looking at something, and then she turned towards me and turned around, like pointed at the thing, and then I turned around and the thing was behind us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's your passive insight?
Huh. Passive insight is 9.
Okay. Yeah, so you're having a hard time interpreting the meaning of all that.
Yeah, yeah. And have we agreed that I have the first part of the rod?
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That sounds right.
Collectively, you guys have the 2. I forget who has what.
Right, but I think specifically, I feel like Odysseia had wanted Alaska to keep one. I have the bag.
Okay.
But I'd wanted her to have that one because of commune, because I was the only person with a god.
Hmm.
Okay.
And so knowing that, I think I'm gonna cast commune with the rod.
Fun.
Yeah.
And are you doing this like kind of like alone in your room before meeting the team, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I have to decide what my 3 questions are going to be before I start talking about them.
If you want a minute to think it through, we can go
Yes.
to Kazan and Pumpkin, see if there's anything particular you guys want to do starting with your
Yeah,
morning.
that's a good call, because I had 3 questions for her before I had this dream, and now I have different questions for her. So yeah, if someone
Okay.
else wants to do a different morning routine while I think about it.
I think that when I would wake up, the first thing I would do is probably go to the barracks to kind of see who all has like been recruited since the establishment of our Bastion.
Okay.
Which, if we were doing the full 2 weeks up to this point, it should be about 8 people.
Yes.
Or if we like kind of like jammed it together and didn't really like do the full effect, it would be between 4 and 8, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it overly complicated with the we have to ramp it up slowly and not have it happen all at once sort of thing.
Yeah.
We're past that point now, because we, in my mind, or at least this is how I would like to do it, we've reached the 3rd week, so the 3rd Bastion turn. So I'm going to say everything from weeks 1 and 2 have caught up now. So we'll say it's at 8. If anybody can add that to the Bastion stuff that we put in our Discord, that would be a huge help.
I will do it once I finish thinking of things.
Okay. And the recruits, let me turn to my Bastion page. That is not the right room. It's the barracks, right?
Yep,
Yes.
it'll be the barrack.
Okay, so Bastion defenders. You have 8 Bastion defenders. And they'll be. I'm keeping it generic because like names, personalities, and life stories for all the people that are going to be here are going to be impossible for me.
Right.
Sure.
So yeah, you have 8 defenders. They seem, Kazan, at first glance, they seem like they know what they're doing. They have their assignments. They're on shifts on your walls, basically the 4 corners for now. Since it's only 8 of them, they have limited time that they can spend, and as you get more, it'll be more robust than that. But it seems to be doing well for what you have so far.
And then I would just spend like kind of that morning time, the same amount of time that commune would be like taking up. I would just spend that like getting to know the people in the barracks and kind of explaining what the goal of the commune is to see what to just kind of get them briefed, and that's how I would spend my morning.
Okay. Cool. It is noteworthy that the number of defenders you can have before paying to expand the facility is 12.
12.
So we'll have to keep that in mind for the next couple weeks in game. Pumpkin, anything particular for you?
Oh god, I don't know. Give me a second. I need to reread what I'm excited about the Bastion. If anything, I'm just here to like help facilitate things and like help push things along. I don't think Pumpkin's like majorly invested in most of these things. She's just like, cool, these are helpful, great.
Okay.
I could do questions if you guys. I have my questions figured out. If you want to look at stuff. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I think she pulls out the staff and doesn't really know what to do. So then I think Bones is still around. So then she like has Bones also around her, because that's kind of also a thing elicited from divine love. And so she kind of just like sits cross-legged with it in front of her and like I don't know, turns it on, does whatever she has to create the spell. And as she's casting it, she goes, hello, this is Laluska Shuttlegin, and I don't think we've actually ever met, but I have some questions for you if you would be so kind to answer them, because I had a dream last night, and now I have more questions than I thought I was going to have about some things we're doing. Yeah, so number 1, you showed me a creature in my dreams last night, and I am assuming that is the creature that is inside the giant cube that is slowly flipping its way towards Waterdeep. And I believe that creature is an Empyrean, and also that those are created by a divine power of God. Is this creature yours?
So when she appears to you as you're like leading into your first question, she appears just as you saw her in the dream.
Yeah.
With like a table next to her. She's like standing up in this blue dress, and she's actually in a book.
Sure.
She has this like infinite bookcase going on in this space that you see her in. She has a book in her hand.
Odyssey would be so jealous.
She is going to be like, she's like flipping so fast through the book, it's like, is she even reading that?
Sure.
And like when you finish your question, it just immediately stops on a page, and she looks up like directly at you, looks back down and writes something on a piece of paper on the table. You will take that to mean yes. Sorry, no. The answer is no.
No, it's not hers. Okay.
It is not
no.
hers. Jesus Christ. I had one word to get to, and I picked the wrong one.
Okay, so it's not hers.
It is not hers.
All right, new second question. Okay, thank you. It is not yours. Do you... that's not the start of my question. I apologize. Question number 2. So we we have heard the words patience and we have heard the words protect in reference to this cube's actions. Do you believe that this cube's job is to protect? That was the end of my question.
She's going to close the book that she was reading for the first question and just like magically levitate it to the bookcase. And make a mark on this piece of paper. Almost looks like a check mark swipe to you. Yes.
Well, that scratches off my next two questions. I'm like, do I do a selfish or do I do a thing that's going to give us more information? Okay, so it's going to do a protect. Is the protection that it is going to provide something that will aid us in our endeavors to defeat Vecna?
She takes the piece of paper that she has been writing on and snaps her fingers. It immediately bursts into flames. That is an aggressive no.
Oh, so we gotta fucking kill it. Oh no, now I don't know how.
And then the scene will just like, it's like you're being pulled away, you know, miles and miles. In a few seconds, it just goes off in the distance and the commune is finished.
Oh.
Because you get 3 questions, right?
Yeah. I think it's 3 with commune and 5 with speak with dead. I think that's the way those numbers break out.
Speak with dead is 5.
Yeah.
Bummer. My other question that was important to me was it protecting Waterdeep, which I don't think it is now. And should I be worried about Chasm's patron, which was my selfish question.
Oh,
that would have been so good.
I like that one a lot.
I would have lost my shit at that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, you have.
I got more time in the future, but I don't want to like be that guy.
Communes.
I want to be that guy that like uses commune every day to answer all my questions.
It is available to you.
I know.
So.
My other one was gonna be, where's that bitch that has my painting? But I felt a little selfish too.
Where's that bitch that has my painting? Yes.
I guess technically it's a it's a tapestry, but point being, I also apologize. Someone is doing construction in or around me in my neighborhood, so if you hear it's not me.
Your mic is already filtering it out. We can only hear you, so it's all
Great.
good.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy, well I will come downstairs with that information and be worried and now have to do some figuring out of what this Empyrean might be related to.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I would go into like a library situation and or try and find the rest of the team for whatever our breakfast day looks like. Oh my god, it's so loud.
If you're ever like coming out or like into a corridor that is next to the barracks, you would just hear me go, right, so if you find yourself in the situation where you need to kill the guards, you have my full permission. And I'm like coming out and I close the door behind me.
Good morning. What conversation were you just having?
I mean, you probably know the conversation I was having if you heard that.
I mean, I do. Yeah. Was there like a front half of that conversation?
It just explaining what we're trying to do here, you know.
I think we're trying to do different things.
You know, we're fighting for the greater good and all, right? That's what we're fighting.
Again, I'm as anti-establishment as you are, but I do believe there's a better way to go about it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
You just keep walking.
Big pat on the back, which is like kind of just like a like a real lower back, and she's just reaching because
just full lumbar,
Tap, tap.
just
Yeah.
oh.
I saw my god last night.
How did that go?
Well, she was writing at a desk, and then she turned around and I saw an Empyrean, with the assumption that that is the thing that is inside of the cube. I don't know enough about the Empyreans or who they belong, who this one specifically belongs to, because they're not Ioons. But I do believe it's a problem, and I very specifically. So then I cast Commune. I don't know. You know that I've never talked to my god. It was a big deal, and it was very neat and fun. Very specifically, I asked if letting the cube continue its mission to protect would aid us in our fight against Vecna, and she said no. So I think we need to stop the cube.
If we can't stop it, finding out who's actually first. Before I say this, Juice, would I know what an Empyrean is?
History check.
I was like, let me figure this out before I just say something out of my ass.
Sure.
No.
You do not know what an Empyrean is.
Okay. Okay. Quick edit in my head. Well, I guess it seems that we should figure out a way to destroy the cube before it gets to Waterdeep, but I don't know how much more that we can do.
Right. I don't know where it's heading. Like, I don't know what its final destination is. That was not I had limited questions and I was kind of thrown for a loop. Not really for a loop. I just didn't plan my questions well. I've not talked to my god before. It's a lot of pressure.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is that it's a lot.
It's a lot of like Alaska making a decision very much alone in the moment and getting good information. Not all of the information we could have gotten. So yeah, I'm, I wonder if maybe like now that we do have access to this wide bounty of knowledge, I think we probably have a good chance of prepping ourselves before we figure out how to get rid of this guy. If not, our wizard friends might have a good idea of what an Empyrean is. I know that they're, it's like a construct imbued by divine power of the gods, which is terrible. Odysseus might maybe have some thoughts. We got a lot of avenues of knowledge around us. It's just doing them now, is what we gotta do.
Like, creation of the gods that does not bode well for us if it is a divine being that is directly opposing us.
Yeah.
Other than Vecna.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know if these creatures resemble or have any affiliation with the gods that created them or create them in a visual sense?
I know that?
Say that one more time.
I asked if I was asking Alaska if she knew if the if Empyreans have any distinguishable traits that would show what god they're in service to.
Alaska, you do know that they can.
They can.
It's a pretty abstract, not abstract, broad stroke though.
Sure.
It could be anything from their personality to what are their desires and self-assessed purpose to what kind of magic do they use or abilities, anything on the spectrum of what is it to be a person.
Sure.
Could be reflective of the god that created them.
Then yeah, I'll say back. I mean, probably. It would be unlikely that there's nothing that relates it to the god that created it, but I don't know enough. I saw it and it's red and sharp and terrifying looking. But I don't know that necessarily bodes towards any specific god or guy who wants to become a god, you
Mhm.
know. So maybe back to the drawing board on us trying to get rid of that fucker, you know.
Right.
I was hoping we could just let it ride and just like, you know, wait 2 years until it walks to Waterdeep, but it seems like it's going to be too important to do that, so that's disconcerting.
Well, if it's protecting something, I would place my money on it's protecting, like the cube is protecting the Empyrean, because those are the two pieces we have right now, and I'm
Oh.
definitely okay with shifting that around, but that's just how those are fitting in my head right now.
Sure. The protect came from who heard protect? I want to say it was our high insight team.
I think it was actually you when you went inside it, if I remember correctly.
Sure, I'll take that.
Ooh.
Let me see if I see the word protect in my notes, because I saw patience.
Hmm?
And we just had to wait it out. Oh yeah, protect was in me hearing it.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
Did it seem as though the protect is coming from the cube or the thing inside of the cube?
Definitely the cube.
So, ooh, that sucks. Yeah, I did not. I was not thinking that maybe the cube was the thing protecting the thing inside of the. That's so much more disconcerting than us having to protect than it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we gotta take this to breakfast and fucking deal with it now, don't we?
God damn it. One good breakfast would be.
I was hoping I would have like a
one
chill
calm
week.
breakfast.
We could just have a chill week in a town, do some research, have some heart-to-heart conversations with our cat friends, but no.
We have to figure out what this fucking titan in a block is. What?
just flipping on its head like a Lego guy in Jello. Just all right.
Alright.
Well, I wonder what everyone else is up to.
Hard cut.
Yeah.
Pumpkin, is there anything that you would want to add before I do the next thing here?
Yeah, I think she's found herself in the greenhouse in the Bastion.
Okay.
Just kind of poking around. I was debating between helping to harvest either poison or healing herbs, and I think for her, she would probably go for the healing herbs. I know that's going to take some time, so she's just going to continue working on harvesting that.
Okay.
Just kind of give me a little time, just kind of poking and prodding.
Sounds good. Okay, so Kazan and Alaska, as you guys are wrapping up this conversation, one of the scholars from the library will come to you with a piece of parchment that's got like a few short lines of information listed. This is going to cover our research on Eberron from the Bastion. Since you know that is the next place you're going. So here's a splattering of information for you, and it won't be just about Eberron, because you do know innately like the place in Eberron you're going. So there's going to be a more detailed splattering of information here.
Hell yeah.
The place you're going to is called Mount Ironrot. It is basically a graveyard of these giant machines called colossi, that were used by Warforged in what is called the Last War. And this last war can be likened to, in some ways, likened to the spell plague of Faerun, where this massive conflict ended in some not really well-known mysterious burst of magic that just kind of like laid waste to everything. So that leads into because of that, the way it ended, the area you're going into has like basically warped magic in some ways. People and creatures. Oh, I want to say this right. 1 second. Here it is. Warped magic. Creatures and objects within 1 mile of this Mount Ironrot place can't be perceived through magical scrying.
Ooh.
Spells or magical effects that would reveal a creature or object's location fail when the person trying to cast the spell is within a mile of this mountain. And traveling, like visually perceived distance gets warped. So what might look like a mile on a map might actually end up being 4 miles that you actually have to travel. And it is truly random because of the warped magic. There's no really reliable way to determine it's going to take us this long to get from point A to point B. Even if you've gone from point A to point B before, it could be different the next time you do it.
Bananas.
And the last thing is going to be that these colossi would be controlled by objects called docents. D-O-C-E-N-T. They are, think of like a Spelljammer ship and the Spelljammer helm itself, but for a Colossus.
It's the interface. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. I'll mark that one as done.
Great.
Thank you, Tremaine.
No dying.
Sucking it down the wrong tube.
You're
Okay. Pumpkin, while you're in the greenhouse, the I don't know what to call them, the people tending to the greenhouse, the herbalists, will have ready for you potions of greater healing. How many is it? I didn't look.
I think
it's one a week.
Yeah, one every 7 days.
Okay, so you will have 2,
Cool.
as well as like the stuff that you are gathering while you're here yourself.
She's finding little flowers and like sticking them in between her feathers, making little flower crowns, and then also making flower crowns for everyone else in the group.
Nice.
She's just nerding
hell
out.
yeah.
Excellent.
Cool.
Okay, anything else in particular that anyone wants to do?
I think we just order, like, give out the Bastion orders,
Okay.
like the ones that they.
So if we're
Do you like
gonna move to that, then I will just blitz through all of the other stuff that has resolved from the last couple. Visiting the smithy. I forget who wanted this, but someone will receive the Quiver of Elona.
That is for
Oh.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the quiver that
Okay.
holds like an absolute like fuck shit number of things,
Yeah.
hmm
and it rules.
The quiver of holding.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah.
The
So
Quiver
Ash,
of Elona, that's what you said?
yeah,
Yeah.
EHLONNA.
Yes,
Found
that
it.
was very much. That was 1000% Vic going through everything that could possibly be had by any of us and going, "This is what I have decided someone is getting."
Adding it to your inventory on D&D Beyond, it acts like a storage container.
Yep.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
You don't have a bag of holding and a quiver of holding.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yep. Okay, then from the workshop we have a studded
look at
leather armor set, custom fit for bones.
Yeah.
Nice dog armor.
Four legs and
Dagger.
all. Then from the smithy we have a mithril plate. I want to say that was for Alaska.
Yes. We did a whole bit about it, about how she didn't want to accept anything from anybody, and then we decided that we could melt down my old armor to make some stuff for bones, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 arcane focus items from the workshop.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a very detailed description of what we wanted out of that, so they can
Sure.
essentially be what the team wanted them.
Initially, I had said that just to like give them to like the defenders or anybody else who would be living in the Bastion, because the whole thing is like helping poor people defend themselves. So I would just start handing those out.
Gotcha. And I'm realizing I should have sent a message about this. I apologize, but there will be one spell scroll from the scriptorium. I'm gonna let you guys decide what you want that spell scroll to be. We just have to make sure that it is a wizard or cleric spell of level 3 or lower.
Amazing.
What spell or what level is commune?
I think it's level 5. It's above my pay grade. It could be 4. I know that I don't have it on my
Commune
spell
is
list
5.
at all as a paladin.
It is 5.
Some good healing spells that are level 3 or lower.
True.
Yeah.
Is Revivify level 3 if I'm
The
remembering
Revivify is
correctly?
3, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It do
God, I
be.
miss playing a cleric.
Yep.
Next time.
Okay.
I know paladins are fun. I'm having a great time playing Alaska.
You know what? I think this tagging situation has been fixed in D&D Beyond, and my confusion is alleviated. So, like spells that can be learned by certain like subclasses.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they had some confusion in the coding for like Legacy versus 2024.
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
So yeah, so now, like Legacy is just like cleric, the class, and like Paladin, the class. But then in 2024, it's more specific with like only certain subclasses.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think what it is like it is in the cleric paladin spell list is what I took that to mean. But then if it had something very specific, it meant like that is on your dedicated like type of cleric, like your domains. You get this all the time list, or this is like your dedicated.
Right.
Like you're
Like-
automatically prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. That's added into how they broke this down with the available for.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah. So any cleric or wizard spell level 3 or lower.
Cool.
Do we want to like just? Do we want to decide what that is like next time after we've like talked with the whole group about it, so we're not just like.
Sure. I mean, I think we should also put on the list for this upcoming week. Having a Revivify just like stockpiled just in case
For sure.
is a good call to have. That way, if we have our like 2 potential guys that can cast it are both unavailable to do so, we've got at least a shot at it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Do I have Revivify up? I know I can have it. I don't think I have it stocked.
Actively.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, immediately right now, we're like fucking hanging out. Not.
Yeah. What are the
Doing anything.
chances that one of us dies right now? I
Yeah.
said foreshadowingly.
Revivify. I got it.
Okay, so have we decided on Revivify?
I think, why don't we do Revivify for this upcoming week that starts on day 21?
Okay, so it's still going to be a team homework assignment to figure out what
think
that
so.
was the
Yes.
first one. Okay,
Yes.
that works.
We love homework.
Okay.
Team homework.
I believe that resolves everything for up to this point with the Bastion. Unless you guys have anything noted that I missed.
How does like the income of the Bastion work again? We have things that are like generating income for us, right? Like there's,
Yeah,
like,
it's
games and
mostly,
stuff.
I believe it's the
Yeah.
storehouse, and I know I clarified this with Magic like last week. So like it takes a week for the storehouse to buy goods and then a week for them to sell it. And when it sells it, we earn a 20% profit.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Okay.
We can hold up to, I think, 2,000 gold worth of goods. So we can make up to
400.
thank you, 400.
400
Yeah.
profit.
Yeah.
Alaska put in like $300 just so that we could start that fund going. If we want to start higher money in, we can
Yeah.
totally do that.
And also whatever the gaming hall gets just fully poured back into the Bastion fund. So
That's cool. Okay.
whatever we want.
So I'll work out some sort of like
Math.
math system.
Some Excel.
Yeah, some sort of
Yeah.
Excel shenanigans so that we just like click a button and it does money every 2 weeks.
That's cool.
But yeah, I know currently I think it's, let me look at it.
We have 180 in the Bastion fund right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that included on our Bastion document too?
Yes, it's at the top.
Yes.
Sweet.
I have money at the top on one side, and on the other side, I have like number of people currently working at the Bastion. So as we add numbers of people, like for the barracks, for example, I change that to 8, and it's like automatically updating the number of people.
Sick.
Sweet. Okay. Okay. So we're moving on to the next Bastion turn.
Cool.
So there's a bunch more stuff we have to write down and do homework on.
Yes.
Yay.
So I'm gonna rely on you guys to tell me what facilities are doing what. You obviously talk it out amongst you to land on decisions that team decision making is needed for, and then anything that can happen right now will happen. Anything that needs a week to resolve or some homework on my part, I will take that back.
Cool.
Cool.
So do we want to just like go down the list then?
Yeah, let's just start rattling through them.
Cool. Arcane study. I was probably just gonna do another arcane focus to give out, unless somebody has another thing in mind. I haven't thought of a magic of a common or uncommon to craft yet. But I'm so down to change that if somebody finds a thing that is like, this would be really cool. But as of now, just arcane focus.
I'll take a gander, but go ahead. Common or uncommon? Ooh, fun. Ooh, there's so many things. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's why I was like, I don't. These are very much like trinket level items, but like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like, no.
They're
Arcane
generally-
focus only.
Yeah, there's generally a lot of stuff that like you don't require attunement, which is very nice and lovely. I know the list that I received from Vic of things that Odysseus would want to make potentially. I'll read off the things that she listed were arrows for Pumpkin, boots of elven kind potentially for Alaska, and I was like maybe because I just got the armor, so Alaska's not going to accept anything else for a while. Ideas she had for Kaz were either armor of weightlessness or the dark shard amulet, but both of those I don't think either of those are on those lists. I think those are things that she wants to create in her future.
Dark shard amulet is. It's on there.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
a
God,
common
where's that
item.
It's a
It
common.
requires attunement by a warlock.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it gives you it like lets you cast I think levitate and something else.
Mhm.
I saw it really briefly.
You can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know. The cantrip must be on the warlock spell list and have a casting time of an action. And you make a DC 10 Arcana check. On a successful check, you cast the spell. On a failed check, the spell fails, and the action used to cast it is wasted.
How's your Arcana?
Bad.
Okay.
It's only a DC 10, so there's
it
that.
is.
Right,
It's a 55% that I get it.
Sure.
But I already have a pretty diverse cantrip list, so
Sure.
I don't really need that in particular. So I don't. So if anybody else wants something that's rad, I'm always down to make a cloak of billowing, because why not? Why would you not
Right.
want a cloak of billowing?
Right.
Kind of
The other thing she had suggested was we were looking at, she was worried about not having area of effect spells, and so we were trying to figure out how to fix that, and I was like, what about a necklace of
Oh.
fireball? And she goes, honestly, a ring of spell storing with cast throwing a fireball on it would be really helpful. So if there
Yeah,
was a way for us to get a ring of storing also out there, I think that would be dope. I don't think it's on any of the lists. I did a brief
Yeah.
Review
The
this
only
morning.
ring is mind shielding.
I'm personally not married to those lists because they do
Sure.
explicitly call out common and uncommon. So I don't see why we have to be limited to those lists.
cool.
There's a staff of bird calls.
I
make-
mean,
We could make an immovable rod.
I was like, does one of us make a
shit.
staff of bird calls just so we can talk to Pumpkin?
Come here,
You
duck.
wanna Yes, it's amazing.
Ear decky.
I like that there's a wand of pyrotechnics as well. God, these are
Mhm.
great.
Pew, 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 pew.
What is the orb
Does
of
it-
time? What is
what
that?
do-
Just literally a clock?
Also, if you don't really land on things that are like, we could use this, you never know when you might run into traveling merchants or people in places that would be valuable to trade with.
Yeah.
Ooh,
There is a deck of illusions. That's fun. I
the
like
deck
that
of
a lot.
illusions are fun.
Justice
Um,
sneezing and choking. Ew.
No.
Basically
Gross.
pocket sand.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's really
think the first thing I think that Alaska would want to do would be probably have the library, maybe see what the library could tell us for the week about that guy she just saw in her dream, Empyreans.
funny.
Okay.
Mhm.
And maybe is there anyone else who could do enough research about stuff? Do we have anything like God related? I don't think we actually installed anything.
The sanctuary, maybe. Let me check what that is able to do.
No, they just make focuses.
Hmm.
And
And a-
I got
and
a
a ca-
trophy room, but that only does like legend, creature, famous objects.
Right. Also, Alaska's morally opposed to walking inside of the trophy room.
I mean, we could we could see if the trophy room could be useful for like the Empyrean. We could use the trophy room for that research, and we could use the library for the other research that we wanted to do. Because if we're researching a creature there, that would just free up the library for anything else.
True. Yeah, we could get the Empyrean out of the trophy room, and we could get the maybe cube of annihilation. Maybe that they might have more information on in
That
the
would
library.
be good. Because that is just kind of like a thing.
Yeah.
Creature.
It's a magical item. That's not. It's a bad guy.
It's yeah. But still, we still get to research two things then.
Yeah.
Either way, so.
I think that's a good way to split that. Is if the trophy room is researching the Empyrean, and the library researches the cube.
The cube.
Okay, so
The
library
box.
is going to be researching cube.
Yep.
And the sanctuary.
Trophy
The
room.
trophy room.
Oh, sorry, trophy room. Is researching the Empyrean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find anything else that is like needed right now. Ash, how do you feel about Pumpkin's mobility? Because I could make winged boots in the arcane study, and that could give you flying speed.
That could be kind of cool. Her walking speed's fairly decent at 35. I've already got like a bunch of attuned items. I think I'm maxed out, so I don't know if that
Okay.
would be attuned or not.
It does require attunement, so yeah.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
That's okay.
Ooh,
I'm good then.
I could make a cloak of protection, and that's a +1 to AC and saving throws.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's
So-
solid.
Whoever would need that, I think that should actually. I think I might just go with that anyways because somebody would probably like to have that. And I already have one, so a second one would probably not hurt. See, how much does this cost to make?
I think it's like 200 for uncommon. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's
should
what I'm
probably-
gonna go check real quick.
Yeah, that's the next thing I'll have to add to the list is how much making stuff costs.
Um, let's see, crafting price.
Alaska will have the garden just make more rations. That just gives us more food to either keep or hand out. Maybe we start a food bank.
Aw. I like that a whole bunch.
Yeah,
Would love
Because it
that.
does 100 rations a week.
That's really cool, actually.
So we're currently, week 3, we're up to 300 rations worth of just stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Crafting equipment.
So much information.
I know.
Time and cost. This is scribing spell scrolls. That's not what I wanted, guys.
Is it this of making magical items?
Yeah, I'm trying to find where crafting magical item cost is.
I believe that's in Xanathar's.
Okay, because I was checking the 2024 rules. I will check Xanathar's real quick.
Character option. Trap. Okay.
Crafting an item.
Yeah, there it is.
To determine many work weeks. Nope.
There it is. Yeah, work weeks and cost. By rarity.
Oh, magic item crafting. I saved it also at the top of the Bastion page.
Okay.
Yeah. I have the full Bastion page. I have magic item crafting, and then the armaments, relics, and then the other 2 tables are all linked at the top there.
Sweet. Okay.
Because I was like, this is gonna come up somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. You're so real for that. Actually, let's go.
Thank you.
Okay, uncommon, 200 gold pieces. And a little bit over a week for the cloak of protection. How much gold do I have in my inventory? Just over enough to get that done. Okay. So if we did, if we took the 180 that we have in the fund right now, I could throw in, I'm fully willing to do either of these things. I could either throw in the 20 to hit the even 200, and we'll just use what we have for next week's, the gambling hall profits. And that'll be the fund for the week after, or I'll just dump all of my money into the Bastion fund so that we can still have some money in there.
I mean, I have already up there $300 in storeroom, so I'm just kind of leaving that 300, it's going to constantly get built on, but the storeroom's going to always at least make money on $300 until we decide to put more gold in it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're welcome to take out that 180 and add your own 20, and then I will do some math later and figure out the sheet a little bit better.
Okay. Is there a way I should do this that doesn't fuck up the boxes?
No, I will just leave myself a note at the top that the 180 fund is going to you.
Okay, cool. Rad. Okay, so I will yoink that, and we will start production on, we'll say, an uncommon magic item. If anybody wants it to be anything other than a cloak of protection, before we get there, that'll be fine.
This is from what facility?
From the arcane study.
Oh, so we're okay. Yeah. Cloak of protection. Nice. Okay, let's pause there and take a quick break. Then we'll just get right back into it in a minute or two here.
Cool.
Cool, cool, cool.
All right, we'll be right back.
Why are you nailing the board down? Oh, because of inevitably Matt will get too angry and try and flip it.
Yep. Okay. Anywho, we're back.
And we're back.
We are in the midst of working on the next Bastion turn. So I've got so far we're doing a cloak of protection being constructed in the arcane study. I've got the library researching the cube / blob of annihilation, and the trophy room researching Empyreans. That's what I have so far.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yep.
Mm.
Do we have anything else that needs to like have a decision made on it?
You've got gaming hall covered. You've got.
Oh, you want to roll for the gaming hall?
Yeah, I'll roll for gaming hall real quick. I have to find this because it's very specific on how it works. We do D100 and then the table. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, there is a winnings table. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love that.
Beep 31. I don't think that's great, but it's something.
1d6 times 10.
Cool. Let's see.
Nice.
60. Here we go. 10 gold.
10 gold.
Woohoo! You know what?
Excellent.
That's 10 gold you didn't have before.
Yeah.
Well,
Buy yourself something nice, kid.
I mean, the house always wins. Just sometimes the house wins less.
it's okay. We're building up luck for the next roll where I roll a 100 and then goes to the winnings table to find out what the maximum number is gonna be.
Yeah.
Where I roll a 100 and then get 600 gold from it.
Yo.
The hall is just built.
Oh, I think we said we want the scriptorium to work on a revivify,
Yes.
because for the first two, you're gonna wait for the rest of the team to be here
To decide on those.
to
Yeah.
decide on. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm just gonna go down the list of special facilities that I have noted you guys have. So we have a garden is just gonna be producing food,
Mhm.
unless you guys decide otherwise. Sanctuary.
I don't think we have anything for it to do. It could, I mean, it could make a cast of healing word if we needed one. Oh, or
Right.
is it?
Charm of it?
I think so. Yeah, a charm that casts
Yeah.
a charm of healing word that'll last for the week
A
if we
week.
decide we need it.
Might as well, honestly.
Prefer that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Why not? Right.
Yeah,
Um,
it's right there.
Gaming hall, you've got it. Arcane study done. Training facility. Bost's kids are training in the facility.
Yep.
That's
Mhm.
so fucking cute.
Yeah. They just take their fucking like Tuesday, Thursday karate class at the training facility.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
The teleportation circle. I don't think it does anything. Right?
No, it just
we can
we can use it as a focus for as a teleportation circle, or we can try and bring in another wizard who can do something for us.
Right.
and I will always suggest getting Nathan to like teach a fireball for yourself type class.
Excellent.
For anybody who would attend that, and it doesn't cost anything because it doesn't have gold tied to its components. So
Sure.
if he would be willing to do it, we could just have that be the default.
We've
Inviting
accidentally
Nathan to
become the
teach-
local community college.
Exactly.
Yep.
That was my goal the entire time.
Greenhouse. Do you want another healing potion or is it a poison? The other option.
Ooh. Can we do the poison?
Do it.
Hell
Cool.
yeah.
There's a certain list of poisons that we can use. Where is it?
We can do Assassin's
The
Blood.
poison in chapter 3. I
Malice.
should have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
gonna do the
y-
truth serum if that's okay. That one's cool.
Ooh, okay.
That one they get like the poison effect if they fail their DC. I think it's like 11 or something.
Mhm.
And then they can't lie. Like they can't just. They're not just gonna like be compelled to tell everything. But
Yeah.
if you ask them a question, they can't lie.
And then we get a Pinocchio moment from Shrek.
Okay, library covered, scriptorium covered, workshop.
Did we decide
Does
on anything for
anybody-
the workshop? I don't think we need anything right now. I don't think we had come up with anything.
Mm-hmm.
That might be
Yeah,
it. Why
I don't have
don't
anything.
let's leave the workshop for if Bast or Odyssea have any thoughts, because I know Odyssea had plans, but I don't remember what entirely those plans were,
Mm-hmm.
other
Okay.
than that like rough going through that I said earlier.
Or we could generally pick the boon for the source of inspiration. You get heroic
that's true.
inspiration. It only lasts
True.
until your long rest, actually.
Yeah.
We could do that. I don't have to take long rests technically, so I could hold on to that indefinitely. I mean, I
How do you-
can,
what?
and
I'm ba-
so it's part of my subclass of
Sure.
here. Where is it?
I'm basically just awake forever, and I just am cool like that.
Oh, it has a name. Let me find it really quick. It's kind of cute.
Poison. Poppy.
Where do be it? What the frick? It's not fighting style, spellcasting. No, no. It's basically something where, what is it? I can just like take naps and I'm okay.
Oh, sure.
So I can
Gotcha,
survive off of like 30-minute increments of little nappies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tireless. Deft Explorer. As an action, you can give yourself some temporary hit points, and then you don't need. Well, you can like just restore stuff off of a short rest.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. Big fan.
Okay.
So there's a room in the Bastion that just has a shit ton of coffee in it. It's just like the coffee room.
Okay, so for the workshop, we're doing source of inspiration.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I had. Do you guys have other special facilities that I did not have noted here?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't see anything else.
Okay, then I will shift this over because that's done. Everything for the Bastion is resolved or
Great.
noted for the next week. Okay. So it's very possible today's just a shorter session, which is fine. But that's all out of the way now. What do you guys like to do next? Anything? There, I would say that all the Bastion stuff was probably like a good 2/3 of the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the next thing Alaska wanted to do was have a conversation with Bast about stuff to do with her not here.
Okay.
Right.
We could roll to see if Odyssea knows anything about Imperium, guys.
Sure. Yeah, let me pull her character sheet up.
Especially if it's a history or arcana check, we're gonna add like 30 to it. So
Exactly.
Something ridiculous.
I
I
know.
can technically help her with that. I'm proficient in history only because of Odyssea. So like,
That's
I am
good.
also
that she ever
proficient
wants to.
I'm also proficient in history.
This is extremely good.
We will
Yes.
do a pumpkin help.
I literally only
On-
took it so it's like because they'd like studied together a whole bunch.
Sure.
So she could be like, Odyssea's like, hey Pumpkin, go get something. She's like, Roger, Roger, and like goes and finds a book or whatever.
Great.
Ooh, okay. Odyssea knows stuff.
Yo!
Holy shit.
Whoa.
She does.
We love her.
Great.
Okay. Okay. Odyssea would be able to determine that this particular Empyrean, she's like piecing together events and information based on things that have happened. This particular Empyrean, there's no way it's not basically a spawn of Vecna.
Great.
And
Well-
in it must be, if it's not here, if it's not active right now, it must be either waiting for something to happen or waiting like for some kind of trigger to become activated, and she is convinced that it is here to thwart whatever plans, if it can, of stopping Vecna. And this would be a reminder that I think it was actually her that determined last time. It seems that Vecna is sending roadblocks, deterrents, and possibly killers of anybody who's trying to thwart him, because he realizes someone is trying to stop his plan, but he doesn't know who or where.
Sure.
So this cube and this Empyrean in some way are here to thwart you guys, but she knows that Vecna doesn't know it's you guys specifically.
Ooh. Fun.
That's so much intrigue. Oh my god, actually.
As far as like what abilities and powers could it have, there's no way for her to know.
Sure. I think it's more like in Andrea's mind, and also Alaska's mind, it's like how much dire importance is this thing that we deal with it right now, or is it okay if we just like let it fucking hang for the next like 30 miles, you know? Because we know that every 4 days it moves 1 mile.
Right.
And that in general, the next like civilization of anything around there is like
It was a
miles
decent
and miles
distance, right?
away. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, bud.
Let me roll another history check on her for this.
Can I help
specific
her with
thing.
that one?
Yeah.
Oh, again?
Well, Pumpkin helped with the first one. Yeah, you can
Okay.
you can help with this one.
I'll help with this one.
This thing's like on its way to Waterdeep, right?
It's
That's
it's
the route
generally
it's
moving
taking?
south. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll take a while to get there.
Or are there like any other? Yeah. Is there anything else like Vecna related on the way? I guess, or any other like sites?
So this blob of annihilation thing is really abstract. Because even for you, Alaska, like having good knowledge of it was like stuff of legend, right? Odysseus would determine it's probable, like highly probable, that there is some amount of waiting it out that you guys need to do. It's possible that Bastion research could glean more information for you guys later on. But for now, based on what you collectively know about this cube, it's far too dangerous to try and like conventionally destroy.
Sure.
And you've observed that it's dangerous to try to just like send it away too. So at least for now, Odysseus would be like, at least for now, there's some amount of just waiting it out that we have to do until we truly know more.
Cool. What is the likelihood that the research we're having, like, would the library be able to get more specific information on specifically this type of Imperium, or do we not think that that's like the most viable way to use that research?
I
Is
think
there any
that's
other
fair.
research? Okay,
I
wasn't
think
sure
it's
if there
fair
was
to
like
assign that. Yeah.
cool, because my next thought would be like, are there sites in that area that might be things to look out for that the cube could be heading towards?
So you guys know this
Other than
world
just generally
well.
south towards Waterdeep, yeah.
Yeah, like the only things in the way
Yeah.
would be the Mare of Dead Men, which is like a swamp,
Sure.
right? There might be like nests of creatures that
Sure.
could get harmed if it goes straight through that instead of following the actual road.
Mhm.
But other than that, it's just road and then water
Sure.
deep. So
There aren't any like shrines to other gods on the way where like things could be happening. There's no like festival of the Dawnfather kind of shit. Like that's what I'm looking for. Like, is anything
Yeah.
else religious gonna happen that Vecna might dislike?
I mean, there is the city of Leylon on the way, but it's far enough off the road that
Yeah.
you got like, unless it's specifically turned off the road toward
Sure.
Leylon, it's not in
Yeah.
danger.
And that's also still like if it's 20 miles away, that's 80 days away.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Love being in a holding pattern with a giant guy stuck in a cube. I mean, yeah, I don't have any other ideas of stuff to do right now. So.
I had a thought that just kind of popped in.
Okay.
So I have this ring of evasion that like nobody's using, and like nobody really wants to use. I kind of wanted to go sell it, and not just sell it, but work out a kind of deal.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
And this was, sorry, what was this again that you're trying to sell?
I have a ring of evasion. It was the one that we got from the Lambent Zenith.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I checked and it says that rare magic items, which this is valued at 4,000. So, what I would want to do, is I would want to find like a jeweler shop that very clearly does sell enchanted items or like has rings of a similar value. And I would want to approach whoever is working and has like the most amount of power within the store. And I would
Would you want to help her so that I could give you advantage on your persuasion situation?
Sure. Yeah, I will not say no to that. Absolutely
Great.
not.
I can only help you with persuasion because Alaska doesn't lie.
I also don't lie. I just say things really mean.
Fair.
So yeah, I would like kind of find the person who's in charge, and kind of pull them aside, for like a 2-on-1 conversation, and say, I have a very beneficial business proposition for you, my friend.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Neverwinter's business and trade is hugely focused on like a large control of mining in the area. So I'm having trouble finding like an exact shop name, proprietor situation. I think it's safe to say there is at least one.
Oh,
so
yeah.
For now, let's just keep it kind of generic.
Considering this is one of the largest cities in the Sword Coast.
Right. Let's keep it a little generic for now, just so I don't want to intentionally do something that's off lore for Neverwinter.
Sure.
So let's for now just say there is a jeweler, there is a shop, so you are talking with a person. I just don't know any details beyond that right now.
Totally.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so you have a deal for them, and they'll be intrigued.
I would pull the ring out and kind of flaunt it, show it off, and say, this, my friend, is a ring of evasion, and I am fully willing to part with it for you for exact retail price at no upcharge, no profit to myself. However, I would like for us to come to some sort of an arrangement.
So let me get this straight. You want me to purchase this from you for exactly what I could sell it for and give you something else?
If I was unreasonable, I would be asking for more than what it's worth and something else. I am offering this currently. We could talk about the details, but as it stands, I would be fully willing to give you this magical item. No use. Nobody has touched it. It is in perfect condition as we've received it, with just a little extra.
I will at least hear out your proposition.
For sure. So, the two of us, we have set up a new, what word would I use? I would use a new entertainment center down in the, whichever district we are in. I would describe the region of Neverwinter that we're in. That is currently seeing some traction, but we would love to see more patrons come in and enjoy some fun, some drink, maybe some food, and I believe that your customer base might be the audience that we're looking for.
So you're asking me to advertise your entertainment facility?
I would, yes, very much so. We would love if you would at least put the word out. And then in exchange, you'll get this perfect little ring here.
Plus
right
also
now
the
I'm
money
sitting-
that the ring is worth.
Obviously, yes.
Yeah.
Free to do it, for you to do with whatever you would like afterwards. And that's where we stand now. I'm open to negotiation, of course.
I have a counter offer. How about I hand over 2,500 gold right now for that ring? I will, in good faith, advertise your entertainment facility, and I will cut a deal for anyone who visits your facility and brings winnings to spend here of 10% of everything sold in perpetuity.
Wait, does that mean that we, just doing that math, we will get 10% of what any winnings that come out of our establishment and go to him, we will still get 10% back of?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes.
Sharks, I will take that deal.
Because 25 is about the ring at cost, right?
4,000
4,000.
is perfect.
Oh, 4,000 is to buy the ring. How much would it cost us to make the ring? Because I think 25 is probably about that.
I think it is like it's like half. It is
Fair.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the exact number, but it is like similar for sure.
Yeah.
2,000. So we would be getting like an extra 500 if we wanted to make the ring.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cheese this a little bit.
Alaska's just like touching things.
How about if you're open to a continued sharing of earnings, what about what number? 2250 for the ring. 20% on any further proceedings that come from the shop.
15 and we have a deal.
Wonderful. And I'll reach out my hand to shake it.
All right.
And Alaska will just put her
Shaking
hand
on
on top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Their moral support.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in our Discord so it lives forever.
Oh boy, how are we gonna math what that number is?
I'll take care of it.
Great.
Cool.
Bless your heart. Thank
Yeah.
you, O ruler of
That money,
kinds of
I think
math.
should just go straight back into the storeroom until we hit
That
the
is-
max amount that the storeroom can handle, and then just keep chunking it out.
Yep,
I like
yep,
that.
that's
Great.
exactly what I was doing.
Great.
Was
Love
I was
that.
like, this is going straight into the fund because we need money bad for the
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We need
okay.
we need just like a high enough bar that it will just continue to crank.
Exactly. Yep.
But my 300 is not doing that yet.
So 2250 was the selling price, and then
No.
extra.
2250 gold
Awesome.
and 15%
I said
of
20.
all sales from customers.
He agreed on. I see what you're doing.
Buying from.
Did I say? Oh, did I actually say 15 the first time?
No, you
No,
said
you
you
said-
said 20.
you said 20 and he went back with
negotiated
15.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, 15's
Yeah.
fine. Oh yeah.
No,
Never mind.
you saying I said 20. I thought you were trying to trick him into being like, oh, you're right. You said 20.
Yes, I thought.
Oh no.
No, that I didn't hear him go back down to 15. That is my
Oh,
bad.
okay, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, it's
no,
like-
yeah,
I
he
would've
went back to
also-
15.
I would have
A
also agreed to 15.
good faith barter has happened. Nobody tricked
Yes,
anybody.
I agree, yeah.
Okay, buying from him with their game.
He doesn't
It
know
was
that
a
I
game.
can. Gaming hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, what this guy doesn't know is that I could burn down his establishment at any time if he fucks with me. So.
Yeah, but Alaska would advise you not to.
Okay. Advertising.
Yeah.
Bastion.
I don't think those words can stop my fireball.
No, but I can stop you.
Okay.
Ooh.
It is.
I was like, are you kidding? I can put your ass down.
This is an end game moment right here. I like it.
Yep. All right. It is written.
Ah.
Sweet.
Oh, this is so fun.
Amazing.
Anything else? If not, that's cool.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. So I mean, I feel like we got a lot accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of very important information. So it feels good to me.
Okay. So then, like I said, I thought it would probably be the case, and that's fine. Shorter game today. I do have, at least for next time, that some conversations are going to happen with people who aren't here today.
Mm-hmm.
I will let you know over the table. I am prepared for when you guys want to go fetch the next piece.
Great.
So it essentially, like, whatever you guys think of that you want to continue doing here before going off again. If you think of anything before next time, let me know. If not, that's cool. We can wing it.
Cool.
But I think that's gonna be it. So we should be back in 2 weeks, right?
23rd?
I think
no,
so.
30th, right?
30th.
Yes.
Calendar. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to be in a place that is not mine for that. It should work, but if it's not going to, I'll let you guys know early. So assume for now that we're back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
everybody.
everybody.